If someone's ever read your books before, what would they like about them, and how are they similar and how are they different?
They all have a big cast of characters, and that's what I like writing about because I love, and they're not just teenagers because teenagers have to relate to their younger siblings and older people in their world and their parents and their teachers, and I don't like isolating them because I think the most interesting relationships are the ones, that happen not in a void. So that happens in all the books. And also, they all have a lot of romance. Like basically, I start with the boy and then I figure out what happens then. So, because that's the kind of book I liked to read, so now I write it.
Does it come usually from, I know you say you see a picture, but does it ever come from your own personal experiences?
Never. No, never. I did that with the first book I wrote, and you can't, which is not published, and you can't change anything. So you're just like, well, he wouldn't do that. And the interesting part of a story is when he does something he wouldn't do.
What was the hardest part for you growing up as a teenager?
Figuring out that it was okay to be any place and anyone you were at the time. I was always sort of looking around thinking, well, they've got it down. I wish somebody had just said, guess what? No one does.
If there's somebody who wants to also be an author, what suggestions do you have?
Keep a journal and to not leave anything out, like especially write down your most embarrassing moments, because I think those are the ones that you'll gloss over and you'll make a pretty story about. No one wants to read that. Everybody wants to read about the time that you did something that you can't even bear to recall, because everybody's got that.
What is your advice if someone does have an embarrassing moment not to just fall apart and have a hard time with it?
Well, I always think it's really good to find the funny part in it, and sometimes you find it by writing about it. Also, you just have to sort of get the tears over, just like, this was horrible. You have to go as far as you can go in my life will now completely fall apart because of this one thing, and then pull yourself back and realize, no, it won't.
Do you have any upcoming projects you can tell us about?
The book I'm working on right now just sort of went back down to the ground. I'm starting over because I started with the plot because I thought that was the smart thing to do. I can't work that way. I have to start with who the people are.
So that will be coming sometime soon.
Yes, probably in 2 years.